Hello, 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 my beautiful sunshines out there in Sunshine Land. How is everyone doing? Before we get started with today's show, I would like to say thank you very much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to tune into Sunshine on Wheels. Of course, it's your girl Shayna, and without further ado, we just got to jump right into this stuff here. You know what I'm saying? We have a group, none other than my bro DJ as well as Mr. Steve. But the name of this group is called Making My Way. How you guys doing?
Doing
We're
good.
good. We are good. Sorry for the intermittent drops. We're having some internet issues. I'm not sure if there's an outage going on or something, but we're here. We're just
Hey, at least you here. That's all I can say. And I want to say before we get started with the show, thank you two very much for tuning in.
Absolutely.
glad to be here.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Now, I got some questions to ask you guys. All right, let's get into it. Now, Making My Way. Which one of you guys came up with this title for the group, the name of the group?
Well, basically, we both kind of. I'll let Steve tell that story because he always tells it well. I mean, and it. I mean, he can kind of represent it a little bit because he's a little bit older than me.
Actually, it's off of an old song. It's an old country song, and DJ and I both used to know it. And so one day we were driving down the road, and for some reason I started singing that song, and he jumped in, and there was a line in. For some reason we had a blast singing that song, and that line stuck out to us. So now that's the name of our group. So
Ah,
that's the
you
short
know
story.
what? I think it's a really great, name for the group because a lot of us out here are making our way.
That's why, yeah, we liked the name of it, and then it connected with what we were trying to do.
Right, right. And it was off of the old Dukes of Hazard
Mhm.
coming off of there, and then we kind of related it to what we were doing, which you just touched on, making my way, through life, and that's what it's about because
Yeah,
you're making your way every day, trying to get,
through the
you know,
hardships and whatever is coming into your life.
yep,
Yeah,
You know what? I love this title. Once again, we are just trying to make our way. And you know what? You two, the group here, I do feel and believe that you're going to touch everyone, whether you live with a disability or not. We have our good days and our bad days. So you all making my way is the group that's going to touch every single person, no matter what.
good. Thank you.
we appreciate that, and that's kind of with our music and everything that we're doing with the album. We want to get our music out there. Every show that we've done, every live broadcast, every event that we've done, we always say it's not about the money. But we love to be rich and famous, yes, but I mean it's really about the music and what it does for the people. How can they relate to it?
Yeah,
And that's all the songs that we come up with. We want them to be able to relate to people, not just one variety, not just one disability, but to everybody. Because in some way, shape, or form, the songs that I write can relate to you out there every single day.
yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely. And I love that because sometimes we need just someone to understand us. And what better way than to listen to music? Because I know I love listening to music when I'm going through certain things that I could relate to. So, making my way, you all are on to something.
that's right. Yeah, music is very emotional. It can help you and help you through a lot of hard times. I know it's helped me as well. And music is love, and it's an emotional thing for DJ and I. We love music, so I don't think we could stop doing this. It's just part of us. So
Once you start, I mean, it's like an addiction because but you've got to be in the mood to do it,
yeah,
Hmm.
because if you do it for so long, you've got to take a break, and then
yeah,
you're
yeah,
like, we got to come back to it. But then when you come back, you're like, oh man, did I miss this?
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's I think that's what makes us relate so well is we met in martial arts, and I didn't even know at the time that Steve played guitar, and he was taking me back and forth to karate one night, and we mentioned music. He goes, well, I play guitar, maybe we could jam one time. And the first time we jammed, I went, oh boy, because you, you hear a particular sound, and it's like, oh, yep, that's and it just kind of fit. Now we didn't actually start. I mean, we started doing music. Gosh, it's been what
We
5
just played. We didn't really, start writing though for
Yeah, it's been
what, a
about
couple of years.
yeah,
Maybe?
it's been we've been doing music for almost as long as we've been in martial arts because it was like
Yeah.
the second year that we started martial arts, we started playing together, and then we started writing shortly within that second year after
Yeah.
we played a couple times,
Yeah.
and then a couple years later the album came out. It just God bless this thing. It was a match made in heaven. It had to be because there's no. I mean, once we started writing and then come up with lyrics and the music, and a lot of people don't realize how talented Steve is. He doesn't just play guitar. He plays bass. He
Yes.
plays piano. He plays. I'm pretty sure he can play standing on his head. I know we're working on that, but it's one of those things where it's just a great opportunity um, to be able to do this, and especially for the people out there and for us because it's uplifting.
Yes.
The mood that you feel, if you feel a certain mood, there is a song out there for you, and that's happened. We'll be sitting there, and he'll. That's where the magic happens. Steve is, I call him the riff master. If
Mhm.
he will play a guitar riff out of nowhere, and I'll go, "What the heck did you just do?" And he'll go, "I don't know." And then the next thing we know, we're because we've already actually started on our second album,
Second album.
and a lot of people don't know that we just put our first song on our second album called "What Makes a Woman," and when he was when he was doing the riff for that song, it fell in place and it was so perfect. But the unique part about this song is we we had stopped writing for 3 weeks because I had a martial arts tournament to train for. Steve went on vacation, had a little bit of a break,
Okay.
and then we got together, and it was like Steve wanted to do, and he goes, it's funny. I've been working on this riff, and he played it, and I'm like,
It just went together.
that's
perfectly.
it was literally. It normally takes us a couple of days to write a
Mhm.
song. We wrote that song in 3 hours. We
Yeah.
had that song finished completely, verses, choruses, riffs, everything in 3 hours. I went, this song has to go on the album.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Now hold on.
Was
I have a
meant to be.
question.
yep.
Okay. Now we have Steve who lays the music down,
Mm-hmm.
and you write the tracks to the music. Like, how can you all just sit there? Although you're explaining, how can you all just sit there and know this is it?
Well, and that's a great question. Honestly, um, I Steve has always been able to, and that's kind of where the music come from. Steve, what we call it, pulling a riff out of the ether. I mean, we're not on the radio, so I can say he can pull it out of his backside to be easier. Um, you guys need to make shirts. Kim says, "Yeah, we're working on it. We've got a lot of things that we're working on, but it's one of those things. How does the music feel? What mood does the music put you in? I've got a song out right now that I don't know if it's going to go on the second album or not. We're talking about this thing called Life. A couple people have heard the song, and it's one of those dark, deep, gut
They-
wrenching, yeah, and it'll pull you, but it's one of those things that people can relate to about life and how much words hurt and how much divorce hurts, how much life hurts. It's one of those songs that you look at and you go, And I remember I sang it to Christina, and she went, "Where in the hell did that come from? I have
Yeah.
never heard that in your voice before." And it's one of those that has that real, almost that rocky type, where the real deep sound. And when I finished it, I was tired, but I was hurt. There was so much pain,
Yeah, he
and
poured it out on that song. Yeah.
that there was so much anguish that came out during that time. And when I finished it, it was just one of those things. I was sweating and I had to stop because I was just everything came out and all of the emotion came out. And Steve went,
That's
That's
it.
it. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Mm.
So please play the end of time. We're gonna do a couple, and if we like I said, we're not on the radio, so we're not really strapped for time, but
Yeah.
we'll see if we can't get that one out of there too.
But I just wanted to add to that, Shayna, is that a lot of times we'll look at each other, DJ and I will look at each other, so like, that's just not it. We're not feeling that song. And so we'll throw that, in the folder
take a
somewhere.
ride, take
We're
a
like,
ride.
yeah, we're just like, you know what? I'll put it over here just in case, something goes wrong, but I'm not feeling that. So
Mm,
those songs we hold on to them, but they may never see the light of day.
Mm.
And but a lot of them, when we want the music to make you feel something, because we feel like music is all about emotion, and it's either going to make you want to get up and dance, it's going to make you want to reflect and help you through a hard time, or just it's almost like listening to somebody else who's been there and done that, and it helps you too. So that's kind of how we gauge it, and if it fits into that one of those emotional categories, we're like, okay, that's good for us. And it's also, if we like it, we're pretty sure somebody else is probably going to like it.
Absolutely.
And if we don't like it, then we're like, that's just not going to work.
And you've got to have, and Steve's just a musician as well, and he writes as well.
Okay.
And one of the things we were talking about is when we did the first album, do I want to do a funny album? Do I want to do a serious album? Do I want to do a country album? And we kind of went back and forth. That's where we were like, no, I want to do this. No, I want to do this. No, you should. Well, what about this? I want to do a double album. No, I want to. So we kind of sat down. Well, I sat down more than he did, but it was one of
You
those.
and I both.
Is that we kind of compromised on. We went through all the songs that we probably have 50 to 70 songs right now that we've done together. And we went, does this fit? Does this fit? And once we got the album title, My Chair, it just kind of, we knew what the album was going to be about. We knew what the album was going to do. Steve helped design the cover and take the pictures and do the art. And it was just, and it's a process. That's why it took us 2 years to put out that first album.
The second one shouldn't take as long, but
But now, okay, My Chair. Why My Chair? Why did you all name the first album My Chair?
I knew she was going to ask that.
Yes, sir.
So basically, like I said, all of my songs that I write have a process to them. They're going to make you feel something, move you, make you feel an emotion. I wanted to write a song about disability in general, not just my disability. I made it My Chair because a lot of times that's what people see. That's what people look at. That's the first thing people see when they notice me if they're not listening to me run my mouth most of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks, Steve.
Yeah. No, I'm just agreeing with what you say.
Sure, Mr.
There, and they're like, oh, what's wrong with that guy?
Yeah, and that's kind of. So I said to myself, I said, well, what if people could see different? And that's one of the songs we're going to do later on. It's about when you can get past what you're looking at, maybe the chair won't be so strange. Maybe one day people will be able to look at me as an individual DJ and not the got to get past the point of what you're seeing and get to what you're feeling. What does that person do for you? What does he or she make you feel? Do you talk to that person? Just because their arms are drawn up like this and their heads down like this doesn't mean they don't have feelings. Doesn't mean they can't relate or can't answer a question. How are you doing? How's the weather? How's life? They may say crappy, but that's just a moment. You can get them out of that moment by talking to them, by having a conversation with them, by letting them know, hey, I just wanted to say hi, nice meeting you. That can change a person's whole life. A smile can change a person's whole life in an instant.
Yeah, sure can.
Absolutely. And you know what, DJ and Mr. Steve, while we're sitting here talking, I just thought about my chair can actually mean the physical chair that we sit in, or my chair could be what I'm going through that day. My chair can be how I'm feeling. My
Mm-hmm.
chair can be I'm in this mood. My chair can be it's this, it's that. It doesn't just relate to my chair, it relates to other things that can be your chair.
Yeah. It very much can be what you bring to the table. Your chair is what you bring to the table.
Great point.
It's what you're sitting in, what you're dealing with, what you're feeling, what you're carrying. It is your essentially your what you come to the table with is the best way
Yeah.
I can put it.
Okay, I'll take that. But I'm just sitting here thinking, my mind race with my chair.
Always.
Yeah, the race. Okay, but now, how was it making your first album together? And I want to know, out of all the songs that you all wrote together, what are you going to do with the songs that you're not using for this album? Are they going to be placed on other albums, remixes? What's going to go on?
I'll let you take that one, DJ.
We have all of our songs are in folders. We have all of our songs, around, and we say, okay, I like this song. We have to make sure. How was it writing the album together? That first process. Good Lord, the research. Oh my God. I mean,
Yeah.
because we had when you first write an album, you have to get all of your songs together, and we have to copyright those songs, and that costs. And then you have to find a a company that is willing to do the CD, and that cost, and the cases, and that cost, and everything. So by the time we're like, oh crap, this is going to cost money. Well, when you've got we knew it was going to cost, but when you've got two people that are dedicated, and this is the point that I want to make about this CD. When I asked Steve about doing this, I said, look, either we're going to do this thing and we're going to go pedal to the metal, balls to the wall, or we're not going to do it,
Right.
because that's what I love about Steve. When we work on a project, we look at the project as a whole, and he's a researcher, man. He will go in there and dig, 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 dig. I found this. I'm like, crap. Now we got to work.
Yeah.
But then I'll start, and it makes me research, and it makes me go, well, let me look at it. I got to make sure I know what the heck I'm doing. And,
Right.
and then you look, and it. So, for instance, everybody, how much does it cost? How much does it cost? It's it's about it's about close to about $750 by the time you copyright, by the time you get your production company to do it and manufacture it, and the CDs and the cases and the cover and the art.
Mhm.
Thank you, CD Baby, by the way. Awesome company. They rock. Plus, you have to get the number of CDs you want. Then they have to ship them to you.
Mhm.
And then you got to keep track of everything you sell, which is what I do.
Right.
I have 3 different packages that we do. But once you get past, I realize that one thing, and I'll say this: it's not about the money. Okay,
Yeah.
if you're in this business to make money, you you you're gonna
Tell
find, you're gonna find out quick how hard it's gonna be.
That's right.
before you get there.
Now, I will say, God has blessed this CD, and He has blessed everything about it, because we have recouped what we've made and also made a profit. Now,
Thing.
as I said, it's not about the money; it's about what has happened. I have wanted to make a CD with somebody since I was 8 years old. I tried to do it 10 years ago when I was in Waynesboro. Had a buddy of mine that could play guitar really well. We did 2 songs, Bow Your Head and Pray, Promises to Keep, copyrighted them, did all
Mm-hmm.
that, put it together, did it on a church, yeah, CD church pool. We did it at our church, and it sounded like cats coming out of a driveway. And I'm just like, oh, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't meow meow meow. I'm like, can you? No,
Wow.
no, no. But I was so happy. I thought, this is it. I got my big brand. It sat there, and I'm like, oh. So when we did this one, and I can tell you, Steve's help in this process and learning what we're doing. He had to find forms, how to get it on the internet, how to publish it on the internet, how to.
Wow.
There's so much involved. Let's see. What Love is my favorite song on the album, but they're all amazing. I can listen to your music all day. I play the music in my classroom, all the songs. I appreciate that. And that again, that's what we're looking for. Listeners that are everybody doesn't like the same type of music. Everybody doesn't. I think My Chair is one of my favorite songs. We don't really have a favorite song on the album. They're all good. If I had to say, I think This Day Is Mine is my favorite, because that's that. I have that country style that I like, that music style, the blue. I love blues styles. I do all types of music. Everybody is asking, are you going to do a gospel album? That's a tough one. That's a tough one because, again, when you do a song that's written, you have to get permission
Yeah.
to be able to do it as a cover.
Yeah.
And if you do a gospel album, all those songs are covered already. They're
written already. Yeah,
written,
you'll be covering them. Yeah.
And so you got to get written permission from each artist to do it. But man, it's a rough one. But my mom is like, "Can you do a gospel album?" I'm like, "Mom, I'll try. I don't know. Let me get through
Let me get through this first, man.
So,
Yeah.
You know what? This is amazing. This is awesome. You all are actually doing it. You all are actually doing the work behind the scenes as well in front. And you don't have too many people that will do that. They may want to get someone else to do it, but this is amazing because you all are actually doing the work yourselves, and at least you know what to do when get in front of that record label and they're asking you this and asking you that, or may not be telling you some things, but you already know how the process goes.
but that's only because we've researched it.
Yeah.
We didn't know.
Well, we're also through necessity because we ain't got a lot of these.
Right.
So we got to do it by ourselves. We can't be spending any more than what we spent. So.
When they put that final price to do the whole album, we were going to order more CDs. Okay. Unclick your comment there, Shayna. You got it. Oh, there you go. But we were going to order more CDs. It cost almost as much to order 150 CDs as it does to make another album. Because when you make the first one, they discount you, right? And they're like, we're going to give you this big discount because you're working with us. Now you go to make the second one, you're like, damn, can a brother get a discount again? So it's almost $500 to order 150 CDs.
Yeah.
Now they have promotions where you can order 100 CDs for $50 or 50 CDs for $100 or whatever the promotion is. But if you don't catch those promotions, you SOL.
Yeah.
Wow. Now I have a question. What do we do with the music that you don't use?
Oh, well,
it's collecting dust right now.
It's in a pile. It's there. It's on paper, and
some of them I'm just trying to forget right now.
I have a lot of funny stuff that I do. And one of the great things that we did at our last concert for the fans that we had, and I've got to take a minute, and Steve was just talking about it earlier. I got to personally thank every fan that we've had, every supporter that we've had, every person who's bought a CD, who's promoted Making My Way, who's pushed my music, shared it.
Yeah.
They are that's the reason we do this right there for the fans. That is, I have built up. We have built up. I don't want to say we have built up such a fan base, and you know, and it's amazing. One of my buddies that just bought a CD today goes, "Dang, Steve is effing talented." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Is there anything he can't do?" I said, "Well, he's working on playing the guitar standing on his head." And I got ... Really? Like, but no, calm down. I mean, but you know, again, if God is in it, it's gonna flourish, and that's one of the things that, you know, working with Steve, you learn a lot about yourself when you work together. You don't have to agree on everything, but we very rarely disagree. We are able to compromise after bashing each other in the head with hard objects. I mean, it's
not really.
not okay, not very hard objects, but you know, at least not concussion related. But I'm just saying, it is one of the things that it's just an amazing feeling to be able to get it done and to know the ability that we have at our fingertips to sit down. One of my favorite things to do is to go over Steve's and just take a weekend.
Okay.
And when we started doing this, see, there's so much behind. Again, people don't realize Steve has to come get me, drive me over. Try not to get emotional. It's hard. Drive me over, go up, set the ramp up, go up the steps, go in the house, set up all the equipment, all of the sound equipment, all of the speakers and microphones and amplifiers and computers, and he does that all by himself. And that takes 45 minutes to an hour and a half, and then if the equipment doesn't work, or if it malfunctions, or if you plug into the wrong port and you get pops and little things, and you got to figure all that crap out, because you're the only, and we had an issue, and this is why I say we work well together. We did the concert, but there were pops and little hisses, and we couldn't figure it out, and Steve was trying to figure it out, and he finally figured out that the program that we use works on a USB 2.0 instead of a 3.0, and he was plugged into a 3.0. So once he plugged back in, everything was fixed.
Yeah.
And it's just those little glitches, but you learn to keep going. You learn if Steve misses a note or I miss a note, because we learn how to feed off of each other. We got a chance to do an event for Special Olympics and raise over $3,000 for. I mean, not just us. The whole event was raised by Miss Jeannie and Keith. Big shout out to those guys. What a fabulous event. Josh, their Special Olympian that they sponsored. They sponsor a Special Olympian every year, and it's just so awesome to be able to do things. And Josh walked over. He goes, "I got $10." I was like, "Come here, man." I took shrink wrap off CD, gave him a picture and the CD, and signed it for him. He goes, "Here you go. It's not about your money, man. Go ahead." And I don't do that often, but I do it when I can, because it's able to make a person's day or make them have a better outlook, or just, you know, it gets it out there, and they go, "Hey, listen to this. Have you checked this out?" And that's what a lot of people will do. A lot of people will come up on the street and say, "Hey, you made a CD here." I'm like, "Thank you." You know, they don't even know who I am. And again, it's knowledge about people. There are good people in this world that God is blessed to put in front of our paths. And playing in front of a live audience, whew,
amazing, isn't it?
That's better than any drug you could ever have.
Enjoyed that.
Yeah, I gotta give a big shout out to Tony Leal. He's working on getting me in Kansas City next year, and
That's
next March we're working on it. So I'm hoping. But Steve is so willing to, and plus he has a full time job, and that's the so we only get a limited amount of time
time
to
together.
try to really squeeze together all the musical
Goodness.
goodness that we can. A good word.
Yeah, that's
Now,
another
you
reason.
know what? Before we go any further into the little mini concert, I want to say this. You and Mr. Steve are like my brother's keepers,
Mm-hmm.
where one lacks, the other picks up.
Absolutely,
What a
absolutely.
wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And when I can't, he will and he can for me. So that's what I love about you two together. You are not blood related, but you are related because you look out for one another
Oh,
like
absolutely. Yeah,
family.
you're absolutely right,
Yeah,
Shayna.
yeah.
Yeah, we do that a lot. And DJ's more the talker, as you can see. Yeah,
Of course.
he likes to talk, and he's the showman. But he knows me, and he normally says exactly what I would be saying. Only time I chime in really is if I have something different to say, and that's only a few times. But I agree with you. Yes, we're like the yin, the yang, for each
That
other.
good
Yeah,
good point. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I agree
yeah,
with that.
yeah.
absolutely. Now we have a comment here from Kimberly who says, "Come to Jones Beach concert area, please. I know you will burn down the house with your guys' amazing music."
Wow.
Yeah, when have you all thought about going to other venues and maybe other states soon? Or
Um,
what?
we we're right now. We've got a couple of venues planned. We had stopped because we had so many events coming. When 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 it's new and it gets out there, everybody's can you, and
Right.
you got to remember Steve has a life too.
Yeah.
Um, Now when we get rich and we make millions of dollars, and I got 12 vans and 12 drivers and all that, I'll be there Sunday. But one of the things we're gonna do, we're gonna go to the park and play for a little bit. We're thinking about, we've talked about going up to New York. We've talked about a couple things going to Waynesboro, trying to get it. That's our biggie right now is going up to Waynesboro where I used to live and getting a
Okay.
couple of my older friends and jamming together and just getting the whole band experience. And again, I get talking about it and it just goosebumps
That's
because
awesome.
I haven't been home in almost 10 years, and
Oh,
it's overdue. So yeah, we're looking at a lot of things, but Steve has to schedule that out because he's only got limited time, so I have to respect his time too.
absolutely, absolutely. Now I have to ask you all something. Out of doing this great work together, is there anything that you all regret or wish you would have done different through the process?
um, for me, I don't regret anything. Everything happens for a reason. Even tit for tat, even fights, and we haven't had any. We've had one in our entire friendship. We've gotten mad at each other one time. But in that one time that we got mad at each other, we learned something, and I learned something very valuable. You can't take a person's time for granted, even if you're not trying to, because it's their time.
Right.
It's we we are communication is the key. There's nothing that I regret. Everything has been. I'm not going to say it's all been sunshine and rainbows. A lot of sunshine, a lot of rainbows, but never
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Steve, what about you?
I was trying to think more towards just the album part of it and making the album, and really the only thing that I want to try to do a little bit differently this time is before we send in the final, master songs and everything.
Uh
I
huh.
want us to both sit down and really listen to them with a
Great,
sharp ear,
great point.
and
Mhm.
because one song slipped through that was it had like terrible reverb on it, and it slipped through without us catching it, and
Okay.
I don't know how the setting got on the song. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure it just inadvertently I hit something by mistake, and so it went to press on the CD. And so, in this next time, before we do anything, we're going to sit down and listen to each song thoroughly before it goes out to catch that kind of stuff.
And part of that problem was I wasn't there to help Steve out. That was just Steve. He was trying to get everything done because we were trying to push that album out.
Yeah.
We rushed.
We had a time frame we were trying to shoot for,
Mm-hmm.
and so it kind of got rushed toward the end. So we'll try not to do that either.
I know if you guys come to New York, I'll buy a row of tickets, and I don't care how expensive it is. Okay. All right. Well, we'll work on that.
New York, here they come.
That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I know I keep saying before we get into the mini concert. Now, DJ and Steve, what would you like to tell your fans before we go into the mini concert? What would you like to tell your fans? The
Steve,
Waymakers.
you want to start first?
What would I want to tell my fans? Please forgive me for any mistakes I might make. Just because we are playing live, but these songs are for you, So please, I hope you enjoy. Yeah.
For me, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We couldn't do this without you. We can make 100 CDs, but somebody got to listen to it.
That's right.
Somebody got to buy it. Speaking of which, you can buy
shameless marketing.
My chair on every platform: Apple Music, Amazon, iTunes. You can. My website is on the flyer. It is available pretty much everywhere. You're going to pay a little bit more online because of shipping and things like that.
Hold the album up. Can you hold it up a little bit more? You see that, you guys? You better come and get it, or we coming to get you and make you get it.
That's the bag. I know I'm coming to Maryland too. I know that's something you want me to. I know.
All right, you guys. Without further ado, making my way. Let's hit it with the mini album.
Count us off, DJ.
All right. Well, let me get.
When you're ready.
Let me get. All right, so the first song we're going to do is called Tired of Being Me. It's one of the songs where, just to talk a little bit about it, you look at your life and you're like, man, I wish my life was different. But as you go through it, you'll find out that your life is not as you're exactly where you're supposed to be. I don't know how much of that y'all caught, but it's called Tired of Being Me, and it's basically you think your life's going one way and you're like, man, I wish I could change, but you find out that God's got a plan for everything, and eventually you go, you know what, my life's not so bad. So this song's called Tired of Being Me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ain't much to life as a baby, told when to eat and what to do. Still the same as you get older, still trying to figure out your you. I'm tired of being me. I wish my life could be different than it's gonna be. I wish people could see, Lord, I'm tired, oh, so tired of being me. Life's even harder as a teenager, trying to get that first job, that car. You're gonna marry your high school sweetheart. Don't you dare take it too far. "21 and finally legal. Gonna drink that first beer or two. Gonna marry your high school sweetheart. Life only gets better from here. I'm fine with being me. I'm so glad my life turned out the way it's gonna be. Living right and living free. Oh, I'm fine. Oh, so fine with being me. I'm fine with being me. I'm so glad my life turned out the way it's gonna be. Living right and living free. Lord, I'm fine. Oh, so fine with being me. All right, so that one's one of the more upbeat ones, and we're trying to kind of mix it around a little bit.
The crowd goes,
Yes, yeah, melees. Okay, um, so hopefully we're not frozen now, but
No, you're
sorry
not.
about that. Yeah, okay. But this next song, a lot of people have requested, and they say that, and I am surprised. Well, I don't want to say I'm surprised because I'm thankful. I'm thankful that this song has come up in the rankings of the album. We can look at our stats and see how many songs are played and how many people follow and how many people buy and how. But it's called My Chair, and this is a song
Mhm.
that it can relate to a lot of people. It can relate to disability. It can relate to life. It can relate to anything that you're
Right.
going through. But if you can just get through the moment and just get through the rain, you're going to see the sunshine eventually.
yeah. We've
So,
never played this one live before, and we've had so many requests for it. We really felt strongly that we wanted to play it today and to share it with them.
so, all right, here we go. The
Get
song is
away,
called
God.
My Chair, the cover song of the album.
Awesome.
Sitting in this chair, all of my taking each day in a brand new light. Others walk by and just notice my chair. Why people, when they look or say something to me, they, the way maybe one day my chair, maybe one day I may not walk.
I do apologize for the technical difficulties. Just bear with us for one moment.
Is their own path to choose. Don't understand why people are the way they are. When they look or say something to me, they often take it too far. The way the world is, if we want it to change, maybe one day my chair won't seem so strange. Maybe one day my chair won't seem so strange. been dealt this hand, whether I like it or not. So learn to appreciate the life that you got. Even though people may stop and stare, I got a lot of people who love and who care. Don't understand why people are the way they are. When they look or say something to me, they often take it too far. The way the world is, and I want it to change. Maybe one day my chair won't seem so strange. No, no, no. Maybe one day my chair won't seem so strange. I've been dealt this hand, whether I like it or not. So learn to appreciate the hand that you got. All right,
Nice.
aside from all the internet cutouts there, we did get through it.
Yes, we did.
I apologize for that, but she's been doing good until now. The song comes up, and they're like, oh, let's cut out, let's cut out, let's cut out. Well, any before we go into last songs, any questions, any thoughts you want to?
Okay. First of all, my chair is so relatable on so many levels.
Thank
I
you,
agree.
Shana.
I
Thank
agree.
you.
Now, what's behind my chair for you, DJ?
Well, Steve, right now, I mean, it just yeah, I had to. Hey,
He's here all week, people.
Right.
What's behind? you know, just the matter of fact. I mean, it doesn't define who I am, but it's part of me, and that's okay. You're gonna get people that don't like you. You're gonna get people that think your music sounds like you know three ludes of horse tuna, if that's an actual thing. But
I don't think so, but we can make it one. You got
yeah, but I'm sure we'll market that horse tuna. But then there are some people that are having that bad day, and they're near the end, and they hear a song like that, and they go, you know what? Maybe I can get through. Maybe suicide isn't the way to go. Maybe my life is better off with me in it. And that to me is what. Thank you, Cindy. That to me is what this song is all about. If you can realize, where and what you're living with and what you're going through is only temporary, and it may seem like it's the worst at the worst time. And Shayna had the phone with the light on, swinging back and forth. I was like, that's what I imagine. In a room full of people.
Yeah.
Will it have? Hey, Lena, will it have that beautiful effect? And so many of my group members and so many of our family have bought the CD and purchased it. And they say, man, I did not realize that, you wrote the songs and all of this, and where did it come from, and how did you do it? It's all a process. It's all you have to. It's kind of like onions. You have to like peel it back layer by layer, because sometimes it's hard to find, and sometimes it just stinks, and you throw it in the trash can and go, you know what, that song ain't working. But we've got one more, and then we'll go for a little while here. But
I just wanted to add about that chair.
mm-hmm.
I think that is a song, like you said, that a lot of people relate to. But I think it's also education for people that
Ooh.
do not or cannot relate to where DJ has been and what he's
Great
dealing
point.
with, or what other
Man,
people are dealing with.
look at Steve hitting the ball out in the park.
I just want to say, I mean, I think it's really strong in both sides of the court, and I think it would be the more people hear that song, I think it would be very impactful. Is what I'm saying.
I agree.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, go to Amazon right now and purchase my chair.
You are so funny.
It is available.
Hit 'em with
You
it.
can also stream it. Now, the thing with streaming is you've got to constantly do it, because we want to get it out, and the more people stream it, the more people listen to it, the more people share it, the more people talk about it.
Right.
It gets it out there. And if you're unsure, ask. I want to do a concert one day where I just take requests, and I know Kim wanted to hear End of Time. That's another one that's really good. I have my folder in there, so I don't think we might still be able to do it. I don't know. But we're going to do one more, and this is the title track of the album, and this one is just fun, and it's just about life, and I like it a lot. It's called "This Day Is Mine."
All right.
Wake up in the morning, yeah, this is true. Got a list of chores I don't want to do, all because I don't give a damn. Dishes in the sink, there's trash in the can. Lawn needs mowing, man, oh man. This list gets longer each and every day. This is my day, I'm gonna do what I want to. Might sit on my couch and have me a beer or two. I'm gonna sit right here and I'm gonna take my time. 'Cause this day ain't yours, this day is mine. I checked my mail, got nothing but bills. Time to cook dinner, gotta find something to kill. All I do is work every single day. I want to be outside working on my stuff. I want to play with my dog, but not too rough, because I have dreams and I want them to come true. This is my day, I'm gonna do what I want to. Might sit on my couch and have me a beer or two. I'm gonna sit right here and I'm gonna take my time. 'Cause this day ain't yours, this day is mine. This is my day, I'm gonna do what I want to. Might sit on my couch and have me a beer or two. I'm gonna sit right here and I'm gonna take my time. 'Cause this day ain't yours, this day is mine. Two more. 'Cause this day ain't yours, this day is mine. 'Cause this day ain't yours, this day is mine. And one chord, that's all right. I think I threw you off with the two more.
I was like, what? Two more choruses?
No!
I was like, what?
But you see how you two came together and you connected very well for two more?
Yes, we did.
Well, I thought we could do. I mean, because we really don't have a time limit. I know we kind of do, but we kind of don't, because I know Steve's got to get going a little bit. But one thing I thought would be kind of fun, and just I don't know if you have, I have the ability, and this is one of the things that I love to do. I can sing on any topic off the top of my head and put words to it that actually rhyme and are in sequence. So if anybody has a topic that they want me to sing on, and I'll let the host of the show of Sunshine on Wheels go first and see if she can pick one. I'm going to do it in the style of the blues, and I can go off of any topic that you want. You got a topic you've always wanted to hear a song about?
Mm-hmm. You ready?
Uh-huh.
All right. Let's go with relationships. They suck.
Oh, they suck. Oh, the relationship. So the bad relationship blues.
There
Hey,
you
Steve,
go.
you remember that chord we used to do back in that day?
Oh yeah, man.
Give me a little bit of that chord. Oh, bring out the Wolfman, baby. Come on, blues with it. Give me. Oh, this the Wolfman, baby. We gonna do the bad relationship blues. Here we go. It's Friday night. My date showed up late. Where's this woman? For goodness sake, I got the blues. I got the she ain't never gonna show up blues. When she showed up at my door, baby, she was dating somebody else other than you. Well, her socks didn't match. Her purse was broke. She was singing and singing, but there weren't no strokes. She had the blues. She had the terrible relationship blues. But good God almighty, baby, I ain't never gonna go out on another date with you.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Now we got to end it with
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that last chord is that hard. That one. And he's got it. So there again, and I can do it off of any topic that's out there. So, but that's the bad relationship blues. We did a couple of for the concert test run. One was about going fishing. One was about getting the wrong order and taking it back in the restaurant. I mean, I had to do one on hurting corns. I was like, man, I meant that was, my toenail paint didn't match or something. But we had a lot of fun doing that. So anybody got any other ones before we go? We'll do one more.
Yes, I have one more.
Oh.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I roll over your feet with my chair if you bother me again.
Mm. Well, I can only do that one in the style of the blues because if I try to do that as a country song, I'm gonna hurt myself.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a comment. Hold on. How about one about being brave?
What style of music, Lena? What style would you like? Give her a second to comment there. Let's see what she wants to do. And again, Steve can come up with a riff of some kind too if you want to. Let's see. Oh, she said whatever.
Okay, it's just
all right.
The blues.
Well, we'll do the Being Brave blues. How about that? Oh, here we go. I was scared, but I had to be brave, baby. Let's find out. Walking down the street, it was dark and scary. I saw a big dragon. He was big and hairy. I had the blues. I had to be in brave blues. Mr. Big Old Nasty Dragon If you get in my way, I'm gonna stick my sword in you. You can breathe your fire. You can growl at me. You can bite off my arm or hit me with a tree. I got the blue. I'm still gonna kick your butt, blue. And if that don't work, Mr. Dragon, I'll kick you right between the goalposts. That's true. That's all I got. So yeah, that I now, and a lot of people ask me about, how are you able to do that? The truth is, I've been rapping since I was probably 6 years old. And I listen to all types of music, and I'm around all types of people, and I guess that's a God-given talent. The first time I did it for Steve, we were messing around and we started recording some of these riffs that I'm doing.
Right.
And he's like, man, you really can do it. And I can do it in other styles, but I know Steve knows the blues chords pretty well. So you're welcome, sweetheart. But, I guess it's just something that, again, blues are probably my favorite of all, just because of the way they sound.
And storytelling.
I think that most blues songs are storytelling to begin with, and I've always been a storyteller, kind of.
But you ought to hear him on a beat. And we take breaks at the house when we're recording, and I'll throw on a drum loop, and I'll just say, "Go ahead, spit some rhymes," and he'll start going off. It is awesome to hear.
I used to in sixth grade. I used to have a friend of mine, and they called him the human beatboxer, and this dude could do stuff with his mouth, and I'm like, dude, how in the world you make a song? And he just doing all these different things, and I found stuff on YouTube that I flow to, but again, that for me, rapping is when you've had that day that it just gone wrong, and you're just like trying to
get it out,
refocus, and trying to get it out, and trying to figure out where you want to go. And when I start doing that, and then you get a crowd of people, and that's what would happen. I'd be sitting in the lunchroom, and everybody would be eating, and then the next thing I know, they're all, and you get this big circle, and security's coming over thinking you're being mobbed or something, but you're not. It works. So I mean, that's kind of how it came about, and appreciate Steve going on the wing there. I didn't prepare him for that one, but that's a good time right there. I don't have my words, but I mean, you got the. But we're gonna try to get out to see everybody, and we want to go to different states. And if you want us to come see you, let us know. Let us know of hotels. Let us know of places near you. Let us know of stadiums that hold 28,000 or less. Thank you for everybody, coming out today. And again, we're sorry for the internet issues. I appreciate Steve taking time out of his day to.
Thank you for doing this, Shane. We really appreciate it.
This is awesome.
Thank you, guys. Now, I want to say, before I let you all go, I really thank you. I thank you. Not only you two have given us great music, relatable music, but you also showed us that we could do anything we put our minds to, plus research, as well as looking out for one another, being able to relate to each other, and doing this for love, not because of fame, not because of money, or it's just because of love. And you guys love to do this.
That's right.
Well,
examples.
To turn it around, Shayna, I mean, you look at yourself, being back on Sunshine on Wheels, with everything that you've gone through. You're making your handbags, and you're doing all of your, crocheting, and your hats and your scarves, and you've got Colin driving now. You're a single mom with, children, and trying to. It's tough. Life is tough, but you have a choice. You can either stay where you are, or get up and go. I mean, and that situation you've got, and there are going to be days where it's hard. There are going to be days where you've got to take time for yourself, and self-care is important. You've got to take that time to go, what? I got to figure out what the heck I'm going to do. And you may have times where your back's up against the wall, but you've got people that care about you, and you've got people that hate Kevin. You've got people that care about all what you do, and you do matter. Just remember, you're never alone. And I guess in all of the world today, that's the one message I would relate out there. If you want to do an album, go do an album.
Yeah.
Start small. Find a song that you like. Find a person to play guitar with or to sing with. Join a church choir. I mean, I've been in choirs ever since I was, in grammar school all the way up.
Right.
I haven't been classically trained, as it were, but I have been involved in the musical industry ever since I was a little tyke. I'll tell you
Oh,
that.
yes.
Just a little. But
Yeah.
you get all of that and much more.
But you passed the grade before.
Yeah, just a little. On the toast. There we are.
Let me get all this English accent.
But I honestly think, if you're passionate about it and if you really care about it, don't let anybody tell you it's too hard. I can honestly say that's probably the biggest drawback of negativity that I've had, not necessarily from family, but from people that are in, there are a lot of people that are in the industry. Do you know how hard it is to make a CD? Yes, we've done it. Do you know how hard it is to sell it? Yes, we've done it.
Yeah.
It is hard. And I've heard you're never going to make it in the music industry. I've made it. The music is out there. Now, am I in Nashville yet, singing 22 country songs in under 5 minutes? No.
Not yet, but you will be.
Yeah.
But
Give it time.
it's something, and I'll tell y'all, another thing that a lot of people that may not know, Shayna has been behind us since we started.
Yeah.
When we started with the album.
And I'm being a security guard.
I knew she was.
I remember when you were on the phone with her and she was like, so what's the name of your band? And you said, Making My Way. And she said, all right, the fans will be called Waymakers then. The Waymakers. I was like, oh, that's awesome.
And we were talking, and she's going, you got to get cups and hats and shirts and buttons and this and that. But see, again, when you have people in your corner that are supporting you, and when everybody that listens to a CD or that streams a CD or that buys one or that, again, promotes my music, that talks about this show, you are supporting in some way, shape, or form. It's not just about buying the CD, although that is great and available everywhere. I'm just saying, it's one of those things where there's other things that you can do to promote and to get the music out there. So do what you want to do, because you only go around once.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. I'm 40 years old, and I'm getting ready to turn 41 in December, and I want to say the past 2 years of my life have been exciting again because of Steve and because of being able to get out there and do things and sing places, and David Hall being back in my life again and getting out there. Yep, that's what she's got it pulled up. So y'all got it, let's see. I appreciate it. That's a great statement, Kevin. That is very true. He's been in this since the start. And it just on Panty Patrol. Oh my God. Well, since we're not on the radio, yes, Shayna is on Wet Panty Patrol. That is
absolutely.
Oh my God.
And make sure they're clean, ladies.
Just I will sign them and throw them back. But I just thank y'all. Keep them on. But got to get a big broom.
Make sure you leave your name so we can know who to throw it back to.
Oh my God. Oh wow. Cindy, you're so funny. But thank everybody for the opportunity. Thank you, Shayna. We enjoyed this so much.
Really, really did. Thank you for the time.
Awesome. I want to say thank you to Mr. Steve and DJ, the group Making My Way, for being a part of Sunshine on Wheels. Now, before I let you guys go, please give them the website and please let them know where they can order my chair.
Let me pull that up really quick, and I will actually give it to you directly. And Shayna, if you want to put it in the
I do
comment,
have it in our description, the website.
yeah, let me. I gotta get it pulled up here just a second. Do. Come on, Steve. Talk to him while I'm.
I'm a man of few words, but I can. I know what I can do best. I
There
give
we
you
go. Play something soothing.
background music while he's searching.
Oh, I got it. All right, so it is. Let me actually hold on. Where'd it go? Back. Okay.
Psych.
Where did it go? I just had it.
We need to move that on up to the front so you don't have this trouble
I
next time.
know. Where did it go? Hold on. Oops. There it is. All right, it's HTTP S colon double backslash making my way dot HEAR
Here now.
NOW here now .com
/
making it's making my way here now .com / and that gives you all of the most of the options to buy it and also to stream it. Again, that's making my way here now .com /
And of course, if you want a CD, just email DJ.
Yep, you can email me at mycp does not define me at yahoo.com, and I can get your information. I will, Kevin. I will. I'll make sure to get to you. But y'all can message me and I'll work out. I have Cash App and PayPal, DJ Rollaway for both. I know Miss Shayna's going to be supportive of this. She's gotten so many packages already. Good Lord. I'm going to tell you, if it weren't, I can almost buy a small country because of Shayna.
Really? Now we got to get you a big country now with the second album.
Well, we're working on it. It's just, and that's the thing. It's going to take time. But again, you guys, every little bit helps, and donations are welcome. Also, I've had a lot of people that just come up and give, and that is appreciated. I mean, and when people do that, I want y'all to know I keep track of the sales and money that and money that I make. So that we make. So I mean, that's something that means a lot, even in that time frame. So, but I'm always saying you have to watch out for those quiet. Yes, you do, Miss Cindy, and you are one of them. So
did she say that about me?
Oh yeah, probably too. Watch out for those quiet people. Make sure the cornrows ain't too tight.
I'm not that quiet, all right. So.
But yeah, and I hope we answered everybody's question. So, and we'll do something again sometime and let y'all know when. Everybody's been asking, are you going to do another concert? We'll do another one probably when the second album comes out.
Awesome.
Maybe before, if we get some time when it starts to get cold, maybe we can do a cold winter concert.
Yeah, like maybe some holiday songs, maybe some Christmas stuff. I want to go to Waynesboro here soon. So we're gonna try to get Steve is one of them too. Oh man, and what Steve is doing right now, those little chord riffs. That's kind of what he does when I'm thinking or I'm having trouble with something. He'll go through and play something, and I'll go, man, I like that. Can you change this, then this, and then we'll go through, and the next thing you know, we have a song written, there was a song that we did, and we came out with it. We wrote it in 15 minutes, and that's the fastest we've ever wrote. And it was one of those songs that just stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And But like I said, the talent never ends with him, and he's got so much talent between his music and his writing. And he's wrote songs with that don't have words to them, and asked me to put words to them. So I've had the pleasure of doing that.
Okay.
But it's a lovely thing, and the process is never ending. Once you start doing music and once you're into it, you never really stop. But you do have to take a break for fishing and purchasing CDs,
We
which
did.
are available at
Okay, it's
makingmyway.com.
time to go now, DJ.
And here now, forward slash. So we'll thank you for having us, and we appreciate it.
Thanks so much,
Awesome.
everybody.
Thank you guys for being a part of the show today. And don't forget, you guys, please check out Making My Way. You can find them everywhere. You all be blessed and be safe and have a great one. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.